University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Both of the teams playing tonight are doing so on behalf of Oxford institutions, one of them being a constituent college of the ancient university, the other a modern university in its own right. Oxford Brookes University began life as the Oxford School of Art in 1865, occupying just one room in the Taylor Institute on St Giles. Later, a School of Science was added, and in 1928, John Henry Brookes became the vice-principal of what was by then the Oxford City Technical School. It became Oxford Polytechnic in 1970 and a university in its own right in 1992. Alumni include the politicians Lynn Featherstone and Jonathan Ginogly, and the George in Gilbert and George. With an average age of 31, representing over 18,000 students, let's meet the Oxford Brookes team.
Hi, I'm Simon Joyce from North Oxfordshire and I'm studying for an MSc in Spatial Planning.
Hi, I'm Paula Ayres, originally from Hertfordshire, and I'm studying for an MA in the History of Medicine.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm David Ballard. I'm from Tewkesbury in Gloucestershire and I'm studying Politics and International Relations.
Hi, I'm Stephen Mays. I'm from Canterbury in Kent and I study History.
Now, by contrast, Jesus College, Oxford, was founded in 1571. It was Oxford's first Protestant college. A driving force behind its creation was the Welsh churchman Hugh Price, a portrait of whom, attributed to Holbein, hangs in the college's hall. Its connections with Wales remain apparent in its student population, bilingual college signs, and a St David's Day service conducted entirely in Welsh. Alumni include Harold Wilson and T.E. Lawrence, and tonight's team, with an average age of 20, are playing on behalf of around 500 fellow students. Let's meet the Jesus team.
Hi, I'm Betha Roberts from Barnoldswick in Lancashire and I'm studying English.
Hi, I'm Louisa Thompson. I'm from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire and I'm reading English.
And their captain.
Hello, my name's Alex Brown. I'm from Buckinghamshire and I'm studying chemistry.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Klingman. I'm from Finchley in North London and I'm studying physics.
OK, the rules are the same as ever, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What final three letters link words meaning a gemstone variety of corundum, a literary form practised by Horace and Juvenal, and the home area...
Jesus Klingman.
I-R-E.
Correct. As in Sapphire and Sapphire. That's good. The Tolkien's Hobbit's home. Right, so you get a set of bonuses, Jesus, then on a Tudor figure. Born in Putney around 1485, who was Henry VIII's chief adviser from 1532 until he was executed for heresy and treason in 1540?
Thomas More.
No, it was Thomas Cromwell. Secondly, what was the name of the Archbishop of York who in the 1520s employed Cromwell as his solicitor dealing with the dissolution of the monasteries?
Cardinal Wolsey.
Correct. In 1534, Cromwell secured the passage of which act that recognised Henry VIII as the head of the Church of England?
The Reformation Act.
No, it's the Act of Supremacy. Right, fingers on the buzzers, another starter question. William Shakespeare, the Duke of Wellington, Florence Nightingale, Isaac Newton, Christopher Wren, George Stephenson, Michael Faraday, Charles Dickens and Edward Elgar have shared what distinction since 1980?
Oxford Brookes heirs.
Been on banknotes?
Indeed, English banknotes, yes. Right, a set of bonuses on a physical constant, Oxford Brookes. In 1676, the Danish scientist Ole Rumor became the first to make an accurate measurement of what physical constant by observing the satellites of Jupiter?
Pass.
That's the speed of light. In 1727, the English astronomer James Bradley independently determined the speed of light while explaining the apparent circular movement of distant stars. This effect, due to the velocity of the Earth, is known by what term?
It's not.
What is it? Sorry.
Doppler.
Doppler? No, it's stellar or annual aberration. And finally, the first successful attempts to determine the speed of light through earthbound experiments were performed in 1849 by Armand Fizeau, And which French physicist? He gives his name to a pendulum that demonstrates the rotation of the Earth.
Foucault.
Correct. 10 points for this. At standard temperature and pressure, its bulk modulus is just over 2 gigapascals, its viscosity is 0.001 pascal seconds, and its specific heat capacity is 4.19 kilojoules per kilogram per Kelvin.
Jesus Klingman.
Water.
Water is correct, yes. Jesus, this set of bonuses are on Wikipedia editors, for your first 5, possibly. In 2012, the philosophy graduate Justin Knapp became the first person to be credited with 1 million Wikipedia edits. He's especially noted for his work on the bibliography page of which English novelist born in Bengal in 1903?
Give it a go.
Nominate Thompson.
Rudyard Kipling.
No, it's George Orwell. Secondly, what institutions associated with a beverage and with, for instance, the Chinese city of Chengdu give their name to the help space, which is, quote, a friendly place to help new editors become accustomed to Wikipedia culture?
Something to do with tea, possibly. Possibly something to do with tea.
Something to do with tea. Or coffee or... I don't know.
Pass.
It's Tea House. In an interview in 2014, the Wikipedia co-founder, Jimmy Wales, stated that he used to edit a lot of entries about which specific UK political body, often symbolised by a red portcullis.
Treasury.
The Treasury.
No, it was the House of Lords. 10 points for this. Then a small fishing village. Which present-day city is the location of an 1854 treaty that opened its country to foreign trade? Sometimes included on lists of the world's largest suburbs because of its proximity to its country's capital, it was the...
Jesus Brown.
Yokohama.
Correct. Right, Jesus, these are bonuses on the International Sociological Association's list of books of the 20th century. Firstly, at number 2 on the list, The Sociological Imagination is a 1959 work that called for a humanist approach connecting the various dimensions of our lives. Which US sociologist was the author?
Pass.
It was C. Wright Mills. Secondly, which 7-letter word completes the title of the 5th-placed book, Peter Berger and Thomas Luckman's 1966 work, The Social Construction of...
Culture.
No, it's reality. The first on the list, Economy and Society, is a 1922 work by which German sociologist?
Weber.
Yes, Max Weber is correct. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For a picture starter, you're going to see a common Russian word. For 10 points, all you have to do is to give me its meaning in English.
Oxford Brookes Ayres.
Good.
Good or well is correct, yes. So following on from Horosho, or Horosho as it's spelt in NADSAT, the fictional register used in Anthony Burgess's novel A Clockwork Orange, here are 3 more Russian words on which NADSAT words are based. In each case, give both the NADSAT word and the English equivalent. Firstly, for 5.
Louder.
What is it? It's Gulliver. I don't know what the NADSAT word is, but I know it means throat in English, but I don't know what the
Isn't
NADSAT
it
word.
slashes?
Just say throat.
Don't know.
What are we going for?
Just say throat.
Just say you've got the NADSAT word as well, so say Gulliver and throat maybe.
Golov and throat?
Gulliver is the Russian word. It means head, and Gulliver is the NADSAT word. Okay. So I can't accept that. Secondly...
Goverite is the Russian word, but I don't know what the NADSAT word is.
So it's Goverite and...
Yeah, but what's the...
Like...
Government.
No, it's not. It's speak. I think speak.
Yeah, nominate heirs.
Govery and speak.
No, it's govorit, meaning to speak. You got the derivation, but you came to the wrong conclusion. And finally...
Devichka.
Pardon?
Devichka and woman.
Nominate heirs.
Devichka, woman.
Yeah, it's more or less there, yeah, meaning girl. Yeah, fine. Excellent, I'll accept that. 10 points for this. First performed in 2012. Which play by Nick Payne is a two-hander which uses the concept of a multiverse to explore the relationship between a beekeeper and a quantum cosmologist? The title is the plural of a term for a group of stars.
Jesus Thompson.
Constellations.
Correct. Right, these bonuses, Jesus, are on infectious diseases. The broad group of viruses transmitted by vectors such as mosquitoes, lice and ticks is known by what 9-letter term?
Parasitic.
No, it's arbovirus. Secondly, the letters WNV stand for which arbovirus, named in part after the major African river where it originated? There have been frequent outbreaks in North America since 1999.
West Nile virus.
Correct. Causing jaundice and often fatal, which arbovirus is transmitted by mosquitoes such as Aedes aegypti? It is endemic in large areas of Africa and South America.
Yellow fever.
Correct. Another starter question now. Pinguinus impennis has what two-word common name? The last to be seen in Scotland was killed on St Kilda in 1840, supposedly after islanders mistook it for a...
Oxford Brookes Joyce.
Great Auk.
The Great Auk is correct. Apparently they mistook it for a witch. Your bonuses, Oxford Brookes, are on words and phrases coined in the 1990s. Firstly, an imitation of the word literati. What 8-letter term was coined in the 1990s for people having professional involvement or expertise in information technology?
Computers.
I've heard of Twitterati, but it's not going to be that. No, it's not.
Pass.
It's digerati. Secondly, referring to a common internet address suffix, what 6-letter term was coined in the mid-1990s for a company that uses the internet for business?
.com. .com.
Correct. Coined in 1990, what 7-letter term denotes software such as viruses, worms and trojans written with the intent of disrupting or damaging a computer?
Malware.
Correct. 10 points for this. In which play by Shakespeare do characters take part in a pageant and present themselves as great men of antiquity, including Judas Maccabeus, Hercules and Alexander the Great?
Jesus Roberts.
Love's Labour's Lost.
Correct. Right, here are your bonuses, Jesus College. They're on posthumously published novels. Firstly, for 5 points, put together from a manuscript by her editor, Brendan King, The Girl in the Polka Dot Dress is an unfinished novel by which Liverpool-born writer who died in 2010?
Beryl Bainbridge. Beryl Bainbridge. Beryl Bainbridge.
Nominate Thompson.
Beryl Bainbridge.
Correct. The Pale King, published in 2011, is an unfinished novel by which US author who died in 2008. His other works include The Broom of the System and Infinite Jest.
David Foster Wallace. David Foster Wallace.
David Foster Wallace.
Correct. 2011 saw the posthumous publication of Maeve Gilmore's novel Titus Awakes, which was drawn from the notes left by which writer, her husband, who predeceased her?
John Updike. No, you don't know. John Updike. John Updike.
John Updike.
No, it was Mervyn Peake. I think it's time we had a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear a song from a film soundtrack. For 10 points, I want you to name the film.
Jesus Roberts.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Correct, by the Coen brothers. Now, as you obviously know, the main characters of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou record a version of I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow, calling themselves the Soggy Bottom Boys. Your bonuses are 3 more performances by fictional bands. I want the title of the film that each comes from. Firstly, for 5, a 2-word title.
Mustang Sally. Guess you better slow the Mustang down.
What do you think?
Commitments.
Yeah, it's a very good.
The Commitments.
Correct. Secondly, a 4-word title.
But they were really
Let's have it, please.
Pass.
That was from That Thing You Do. And finally, another 4-word title.
Stonehenge, where the demons rest, where the banshees live and they
So one of the titles, that's Spinal Tap.
Stonehenge, where a man
We Are Spinal Tap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, We Are Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap. Yeah, okay, so this is Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap.
Correct. 10 points for this. Chupaderos in Mexico and Mundrabilla in Australia are associated with notable examples of what general class of objects? They can be subdivided into aerolites, siderolites and siderites. The examples given being siderites with a mass of more than 10 tonnes.
Oxford Brookes Maze.
Meteorites.
Correct. Right, this set of bonuses is on lasers. Which German-born scientist gives his name to 2 coefficients relating to spontaneous emission and stimulated emission? Their ratio is used to determine how to achieve population inversion in a laser system.
Nominate Mays.
Stefan Boltzmann.
No, it's Einstein. Which French physicist gives his name to a scattering or phase shift of laser light upon interaction with sound waves moving within a material?
Is that one Doppler?
No. Isn't French.
No idea.
Doppler.
No, it's Brillouin scattering. And finally, natural lasing has been observed in the 10 micrometer bands of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of Venus and which other planet?
Mercury.
No, it's Mars. 10 points for this. Being the first name by which they were best known, what links the highest run scorer in first-class cricket, the manager of the Republic of Ireland football team from 1986 to 95, and the US golfer...
Oxford Brookes Ballard.
Charlton.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. The manager of the Republic of Ireland football team from 1986 to 95, and the US golfer nicknamed the Golden Bear.
Jesus Thompson.
Bob?
No, it's Jack. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. Antiseptics such as benzalkonium chloride or cetrimide belong to a class of compounds with the shortened named QACs, or QACS. For what does the abbreviation stand? None of you is going to tell me. It's quaternary ammonium compounds. 10 points for this. Which decade saw the subjugation of Catalonia by Philip V of Spain, the Treaty of Rastatt that ended a major conflict between Austria and France, and in Scotland, battles against Jacobite rebels at Sheriff Moor and Glen Shiel?
Oxford Brookes Ballard.
1760s.
No, one of you want to buzz from Jesus?
Jesus Thompson.
1780s.
No, it's the 1710s. 10 points for this starter question. If a plant cannot live according to nature, it dies, and so a man. These are the words of which US thinker in a work first published in 1849?
Oxford Brookes Joyce.
Thoreau.
Thoreau is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on Shakespeare and children's authors, Oxford Brookes. Beautiful Stories from Shakespeare is a collection by which children's author? Published in 1907, it followed her novels The Story of the Amulet and The Railway Children the previous year.
Is that a Nesbit?
Yes.
Mary Nesbit?
Nesbit.
E. Nesbit?
E. Nesbit is correct. Shakespeare's stories and Shakespeare the Animated Tales are works by which author born 1921? His novels for children include Jack Holborn and The King Beneath the Sea.
Pass.
That was Leon Garfield. And finally, what was the surname of the siblings who collaborated on Tales from Shakespeare in the early 19th century?
Lamb.
Charles and Mary Lamb is correct. Now we're going to take another picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see a portrait of a notable writer. 10 points if you can name the writer.
Jesus Roberts.
Mark Twain.
No, anyone like to buzz from Oxford Brookes?
Oxford Brookes Ballard.
Dickens.
Dickens? That looks a bit like Dickens. No, that is Anton Chekhov. So, picture bonuses in a moment or two. Another starter question in the meantime. Listen carefully. The French words for father and mother may both be made using letters of the name of which SI base unit?
Jesus Klingman.
Ampere.
Correct. Right, so you get the picture bonuses then, Jesus College. Chekhov was the person you saw. His last play, The Cherry Orchard, premiered in 1904. For your bonuses, 3 more photographs of writers, and each writer's works include at least one with a title naming a type of fruit. For 5 points, I want the name of the work and the author. Firstly, this author and the literary work.
Any ideas at all? You think of a vaguely modern fruit thing. Something fruity. No, sorry.
Pass.
That's Roald Dahl, and the book we were looking for was James and the Giant Peach. Secondly, this author and the literary work.
Okay, so that's Steinbeck and the Grapes of Wrath.
Steinbeck and the Grapes of Wrath.
Correct. Finally, this author and 2 of her works, each with the name of a fruit in the title.
Okay, Jeanette Wilson, Original Fruit, and I can't think of the other one.
Something that's an apple, possibly.
Pineapple.
No, I'm just thinking along the lines.
Come on, let's have it, please.
No, Jeanette Winterson, Oranges Are Only Fruit, and oranges are not the only.
Nominate Thompson.
Jeanette Winterson, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, and The Apple Tree.
No, Sexing the Cherry was the second one, so I can't give you the points. 10 points for this. In 1930, who became the first Asian and the first non-American to be named Time magazine's Man of the Year?
Oxford Brookes Ballard.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Correct. Right, Oxford Brookes, your bonuses are on years that contain only 2 different digits. For example, 1515 and 1666. In each case, name the year that saw the following. Firstly, the publication of John Howard's The State of the Prisons in England and Wales and the Battle of Saratoga.
1777. No, it's 1771.
Or 1777.
It'll be 1777, 1771.
Go for one of them.
1771.
No, it's 1777. Secondly, the passing of the Care of King During His Illness Act and the first performance of Beethoven's Emperor Piano Concerto.
It's George III, isn't it?
Yeah. That could be 1771.
It could be 1818.
No, that's too late for George III, isn't it?
1771.
Yeah.
1771?
No, it's 1811. And finally, the abolition of slavery in Brazil and the deaths of the German emperors William I and Frederick III.
It's quite late.
1888.
Yeah, go on then.
1888?
Correct. Yes. Right, about 3 minutes to go and 10 points for this. In Greek mythology, the 3 Graeae had only one between them. The giant Argus had 100, and Poseidon's son...
Jesus Roberts.
Teeth.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. And Poseidon's son, Polyphemus, had only one what?
Oxford Brookes Maze.
Eyes.
Eyes is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on shorter words that can be made using any of the 10 letters of the word voluptuous. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, a common name for the Egyptian water lily and the bird's foot trefoil. It also indicates a sutra often venerated as the highest Buddhist teaching.
Got anything at all? Pass.
It's lotus. Secondly, an SI-derived unit equal to the potential difference between 2 points of a conducting wire carrying a constant current of 1 ampere when the power dissipated between these points is equal to 1 watt.
Volt.
Correct. Finally, a 4-letter Latin word used in music to denote a separate composition or set of compositions.
Opus.
Correct. That puts us on level pegging. 10 points for this. Which mammalian organ is the location of the utriculus, the sagulus and the osseous ampullae?
Oxford Brookes Ayres.
Ear.
Correct. These bonuses, Oxford Brookes, are on geology. Which Hebridean island gives its name to a major division of Precambrian rocks in northwestern Scotland? The metamorphic rock known as gneiss is predominant.
Jura.
No, it's Lewis. Characterised by stubby lenses of feldspar, which variety of gneiss takes its name from the German word for eyes, the sensory organs, that is?
What do you think?
Come on, let's have it, please.
So nominate Joyce.
Algan?
Correct. And finally, a sheer cliff of gneiss around 1,100 metres high, the Troll Wall, is in which European country?
Norway.
Correct. 10 points for this. Which horse shared the stables with Merrylegs and Ginger at Birtwick Park in a children's work of 1877?
Jesus Roberts.
Black Beauty.
Correct. Right, Jesus, you get the bonuses. They're on the philosopher Francis Bacon, published from 1597. Bacon's essays share their title with that of works by which French philosopher born 1533? Quickly.
Descartes.
Come on.
Descartes.
No, it's Montaigne. Bacon's utopian work, New Atlantis, took its title from the myth of Atlantis in the Timaeus. And at the dawn, Jesus College, Oxford have 120, Oxford Brookes have 130. Well, it's not been the highest-scoring match. Jesus, you took too long, far too long, conferring and making your minds up about things. But 120 is a perfectly respectable score. Oxford Brookes, congratulations to you. You left it a bit late, but you made it. So we look forward to seeing you in round 2. I hope you can join us for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Jesus College, Oxford.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Oxford Brookes University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.